So let me record this. All right. So welcome again. This is the No Limits LeaderSHIFT training. I call it a LeaderSHIFT training because it's meant to shift you from an entitlement mindset into a leadership mindset. As I've always said, everything you are looking for is along the lines of leadership. Either a self-leadership, leading yourself, your body, soul, and spirit, or leading some other people, to a desired end. So it's always in the direction of leadership. What I want to show us today is a template that the No Limits team, that's what I call our organization, can use to build the next 1 million partners in this particular organization. All right. So if you plug into this, it will make the job easy, it will make it effective, and it will make it very, very well worth it for you. So let me just go ahead and share my screen so we can get started. So I'm going to show us a system that I learned. All right. And as I said, I've been in network marketing for a while, and this is one of the first books that I stumbled across while I was learning about how to build a network marketing business. And this was maybe 2013. My mentor then told me that if you want to be a subject on any if you want to be an expert on any subject, just read 5 books on the subject, and you will have more knowledge than 95 or at least 90% of the people worldwide about that particular. If you just read 5 books on any subject, you will know more about that subject than 90% of the people. So I went all out and I was reading about 4 books a month on anything that has to do with marketing, sales, direct sales, leadership, communication, public speaking, presenting, personal development, whatever. So I was reading like 3 to 4 books a month, stretch for a whole year. Okay, so I picked up this book and I was new to the system. I didn't really understand what he was trying to say. But somebody suggested it to me again a while ago, and I went back and I said, wow, this is exactly what I'm looking for. So I personally, I see how this can help us build a massive team. All right. And when I'm talking about a massive team, this is not just in the sense of recruiting people or selling products. I'm saying building a serious organization that can lift millions of people out of poverty, which is the goal in my mind when I started this No Limits vision, this wealth crusade. All right. So this is the Own Your Life system that I'm going to be sharing with us today. I'm not the owner. It was created by Don Failer. Don Failer is a legend in the network marketing business. I think he's about 72 or 82 years. I think he's 82 years old right now, and he's been in the industry since for over 50 years. So he created this system, and I'm going to tell you a little about him. All right. So I think he's been in one company for the last 24 years. And that company he sponsored, and he said he has been able to use this system to grow his team to over 1 million subscribers or 1 million downlines, so to speak, in that 24 years. And 95% of those 1,400,000 exactly, 95% of that 1,400,000 came from 4 people. All right. So he also talks about how, Amway is like one of the OG companies in the industry, was built on 2 people. All right. So he brought out some of those insights and distilled it into this book. I'm going to give us access to this book. You can also go and look for it online and buy. But I'm going to show you how we can use that to build a team. So he founded the napkin presentations and the Own Your Life system. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. All right, so 4 principles you must learn to succeed. And we're going to be, I've tried to break this down so we can run through in about an hour, but just know that this is something we are going to be building on. I'm just introducing it to give us a mindset shift. But we are going to be building on this. And when we are having our trainings, weekly trainings, monthly trainings, we are going to be focusing on digging into all these areas to make sure that we master them and that our team members, people we are bringing in, also learn and understand them. So the first step is that you need to understand the business system, understand what network marketing actually is. Okay, now the way I'm saying that network marketing, some people are already shivering, like, you just have this trauma. There's so much bad rep about network marketing, but it's such a brilliant model. I was introduced to network marketing not from a sales angle, from a purely business and finance angle. And I'll talk a little about that. So, well, the second principle is patience. The third principle is duplication. And the fourth principle is prospecting. These four pillars, if you master them, you are unstoppable. All right, so we're going to go straight into that. But first of all, let me see how many we have on the call. If people have woken up or they are still sleeping. I can see, okay, 17, 16 on the call. All right, the numbers are going up. Make sure your team members are on this call. All right, make sure they're on this call. It's going to be very, very vital. If they are not here, start texting them as we are going into this program. So before I go ahead, let me get some interaction in the group. I can see we have some people here from Ghana. I can see we have some Nigeria, definitely. I can't see any Kenyan in the building, or maybe Etebs. Etebs, are you from Nairobi? I'm expecting the entire team here. All right, so let's go right into this. I don't want to waste any time. What exactly is, sorry, all right, let me move into the first step. What I said, understanding network marketing. Most people, let's put this like this. Most people, in fact, this is what Don says. He says, over his 50-year career in network marketing, he realizes that 100% of the people outside of network marketing do not understand what it is. Right? They think it's a pyramid. They think whatever they think, they just don't understand what it actually is. And then even people inside network marketing, 95% of people in network marketing do not understand what it is. So that leaves us with, like, if 100% of those outside don't understand, that's 50%. Then the other 50% who are in, only 5% understand what it actually is. So little wonder why the industry has a very bad rap. And only about 4 or 5% people are actually making money, or even less than that. Okay? Network marketing is not about selling products. And some of you are going to have in fact, if you are getting any aha moments any time during this training, just type in the comments. All right, let this be interactive. Let me get your feedback. I don't want to waste time, but I want to be sure that you are following me. If you are getting any epiphany, any aha moments, things, your limiting beliefs are being shifted, I'm sure people's limiting beliefs are going to be altered. They're going to be destroyed tonight. Network marketing is not about selling products. All right. And I know that's how I was trained as well. I was trained to conduct network marketing as a sales business. But that's not what it is about primarily. Products are being sold, or let me say products are being moved, but it is not a sales business primarily. Network marketing is always, people use it interchangeably with direct sales. Direct sales is not network marketing, even though they look similar. But let's not go into details. The business we are trying to build here, you are in the NoLimits team, you are in PLC Ultima. For the life you want to achieve, that business is not about selling. All right. And I'm sure many people here already have, like, your temperature just came down because your main issue is you saying, I don't like to sell, I don't know how to sell. And the people that you are talking to are telling you they don't know how to sell or they don't like selling. Guess what? This business is not about selling. It's not about selling products. It's 95% of people are non-sales types. What does that mean? Someone like me, I can wire my head and say, if I need to do this, I can sell, I can present, I can persuade people. I have that skill. I wasn't born with it, but I developed it. So I'm in the 5%. But 95% of people are never going, they don't want to go near selling, right? Just their wiring, just naturally. So if you are trying to hammer sales on people, they are going to shy away. And that's what we've all been experiencing. So don't recruit people to sell a product. I was taught to recruit people to sell a product. And what we usually do is we go all out on a campaign and recruit 100 people. And out of the 100 people, we say it's a numbers game. And, okay, out of 100, maybe 10 of them will sign up. Out of the 10, two. But the reason those guys are not coming in is not because they don't want the dream. It's because of how we presented it to them. All right. So 95% of leaders and companies teach sales, but the problem with teaching sales is that sales does not duplicate. And this business is about duplication. Can someone type duplication in the chat? If you are following, type duplication. If you have a notepad, I expect that you're coming to a training, you have a notepad and a pen to write. Network marketing is about duplication. And if you are leading with sales, people are not going to duplicate, because even if I know how to sell to you, there's no guarantee that you will know how to sell to the next person, or you will even want to attempt it. Are you seeing where the problem now comes in? But even though 95% of people don't like sales, those same people, it's not as if they don't have a desire. They want something. They're out there looking for options, looking for solution, and we have the solution. The problem is how we present it. So your job is to pull out that desire they have, that desire they have put on the shelf. That one day I'll be financially free. One day I will, I will be free. I'll own my time. I will own my life. I will be free and all that. Pull that desire down and show them how to get it with this system. That's your job. Has nothing to do with selling the product. When I understood this, oh my God, I've literally been itching to share this with you guys, because it just changes everything. But you need to understand, you need understanding. Understanding. So network marketing is not about selling products. All right. Network marketing is not about recruiting salespeople. That's a different thing. Is there anybody here that has said something like, oh, I know this guy. He's a good marketer. He's a good marketer. If I show him, he'll be able to move the business. If you've ever done something like that, just raise your hand. I'm a corporate too. All right. I know this my guy. He's a firebrand marketer. He will move this thing. The problem with that is that when you give a salesperson a product, that person is not thinking of duplication. That person just wants to sell, and they know how to sell. So they are going to go to park. They're going to go to town with it. They don't even need your presentation. If you give me a product, I will create my presentation. I will put the story around it. I will sell it. I'm looking at one of my bros here now. Brandnom. If you give Brandnom a product, Brandnom is going to sell that product. If you give Joe in Ghana a product, he is going to sell that product. Who else is here? Where are my business people here? If you give Mr. Otto a product, he's going to sell that product. Just take it to the bank. Mr. Shola, these guys are business people. They understand how to communicate value and to get you, your mouth watering. But the problem with salespeople, the challenge is that there is no duplication. So salespeople usually have problem in network marketing because they're not thinking about how, a simple enough system that the next person can do. So you can take your charisma, you take your knowledge, you take your experience, you take your skills, and you use it to deliver a smashing presentation, and everybody's like, just take my money. But when they sign up, you sign up 50 people in a month, guess what happens the next month? Crickets. Then you sign up another 50 in the next month. At the end of the year, only 2% of the people that you sign up are still active. So that's the challenge we've been having generally in the industry. All right. And this system basically solves that. I hope you guys are getting excited. I'm going to share what this system is. and how you can make it work. So again, it is not about convincing people to join. Gosh, please don't even try that. Like, I've never convinced a single soul, even though I'm seeing now there were some loopholes in what I was taught when I started, but convincing people to join is a no-no. Like, you are setting up yourself for heartache, because they'll come back and say, you are the one that told me, in fact, you are the one that gave money to. So don't even try it. Don't convince people to join network marketing. So what exactly is network marketing about? It's not about selling products. How do we make money? If it's not about recruiting salespeople, how am I going to move the business? If it's not about convincing people to join, then how does this thing grow? Network marketing is about sharing and duplicating. It's about sharing and duplication. It's a system for people to own their lives. That's what it is. The network marketing idea is an opportunity. I know the word opportunity has been bastardized, but it's an opportunity. That's what it is. You don't have this opportunity with a job. You don't have this opportunity with a traditional business. No matter what business you are doing, the opportunity that network marketing brings does not exist anywhere else. And that's why it's so powerful. So this is about sharing an idea or an opportunity with people. And that opportunity is not 50% per month. That's not the opportunity. It's not black diamond. The opportunity is freedom, a system that people can use to gain freedom and to own their lives by doing XYZ. So what is the XYZ? They will build an organization, and that organization will move a product. So basically, this is the paradigm shift. Most times we want to sell products. Who is writing on my screen? Someone is writing on my screen. Most times we want to share products. Allow. Sorry, let me just disable all this. We want to sell products and recruit people to sell products. But on the flip side, if you just focus on building the network, that's the job. Building the organization, the product will flow naturally. Your job is to build the pipeline, and you're not going to do it alone. All right. There's a very juicy way to do this, very simple and proven way to do this. Okay. So your job is to build that organization, and the product will flow by itself naturally. Okay. What we call this is a lifestyle approach. So what we've been taught, we've been doing is the product approach. Just invite people to the presentation and close. Ask them if they are in or out. If they are not ready, you put them on the follow-up list and you keep checking until they are ready to buy the product. But the fact that they bought the product doesn't mean they are ready to change their lives. They're just looking at this as one other thing they are doing that will give them extra money. And if you put that back into our community, you can see why people are so fixated on cashing out, because they are only seeing the product. And that's what they were sold. They weren't shown the opportunity. They weren't shown the vision. And Alex has been screaming, if we were on the webinar yesterday, that this opportunity is not for you to make another salary. It's for you to change your generation finances in the next 5 to 10 years. So how are you going to build for 5 to 10 years when you have eaten all your coins in the first year? So if you don't push the lifestyle idea, the freedom idea, people are going to be fixated on the product, and that will affect your duplication. All right. So some people can focus on business alone, just team building, selling and team building. That's another approach, but it's not as sexy as the lifestyle, because the lifestyle makes it very easy. Anybody can do it, whether you're an introvert, whether you're an extrovert, whether you know how to sell, you don't know how to sell. Once you understand this system, you can do this. Okay, so let's move on. I talked about sharing and duplicating. Now let me ask us a question. How long does it, so for those of us who have been in this business, Mr. Shola is laughing. Is it because I said you can sell anything? How long I want everyone to answer this question. If you've been in the business for a while, either this company or another company, how long does it take you to teach your new downline to sponsor a new person? How long? That you bring somebody in on average, how long before that person actually starts doing something? Not that they try, when they actually bring a new person in. Is it 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month? I want to get answers, please. 6 months? Is there anybody here that you sign somebody up and 3 months down the line, the person has still not done anything? And the person is trying, he wants to, I have that experience too. Do I have any weakness? Mr. Shola says 1 week. Mr. Michael says 1 month. Who else? I need answers, please. Max 1 month. So when you bring somebody in 1 month, that person is already duplicating. You guys are geniuses. They are geniuses. Anyway, yes, I'm not saying that for you to teach. I'm saying for them to actually do it. You can teach them, but for the thing to actually work. All right. Some people 6 months, they've not done it. 1 year. I have people in my team that 2 years since they joined this thing, they've not brought one person. And they're active, not as if they are lazy. It's just that it hasn't clicked. It hasn't clicked. It's still, there's a friction there. The reason is because no one has taught them something they can do. We've been teaching them something that we can do. Oh, I know, I brought you in. This is how I did it. But we've not shown them something they can do. I'm teaching you guys what I learned from Don Fela. This is not my intelligence. This is Ogbon Agba. This is Ogbon Agba. So the idea is, with a system, your new downline can actually start sponsoring from day one. And I'm going to tell you what sponsoring actually means. When we say who's your sponsor, we just look at it as who's your upline. Sponsor actually has a meaning. But your new downline or your new partner can start sponsoring. Who would like their downline? You bring somebody in, and from day one, the person has started sponsoring. If you like that, say yes. That you bring somebody in and immediately they come in, they started sponsoring. Am I the only one that likes that kind of activity? Yeah, Mr. Shola says yes. Mr. Awotoye says yes. The only reason they can do that is if you give them a system that they can do, a system they can apply. All right. And I give you the analogy of a Ferrari. Let's say you have, and I showed you guys my, was it yesterday? When did I do the last call? I showed my my car, my SUV. All right. Maybe I should give you guys a sneak peek. Let me give you a sneak peek. Let me give you guys a sneak peek. Can you see it? Can you see it? Yes. Just snap it in your mind. It's almost here. All right. So imagine your brand new car that you love, and your friend comes and says, "Oh, would you give your brand new Ferrari, the keys to your Ferrari, to your friend to take it for a test drive when you know that your friend does not know how to drive?" And the guy says, "Oh, I love this new Ferrari." Or you are telling him, "Oh, this Ferrari can go 0 to 100 in 8 seconds, right? And this is the fastest car." Would you give him the keys to that Ferrari, knowing fully well that your friend does not know how to drive? That is, I need an answer. Oh, please, just flow with me. Flow with me. All right. Because what we've been doing is everybody thinks their company, their product is the best thing since sliced bread. Obviously, you all know that PLC Ultima is the best company, isn't it? But true is actually arguably, in terms of potential, compensation plan, the product itself makes you money. Like, it's not soap. The product now money printer. All right. So this is like the hottest thing on the block. But that's what we do. We take our brand new car and we give it to our friend And we say, all right, drive, safe journey. That's what we do. What do you think will happen? They will crash and wreck. They will crash and wreck the car. And that's what has been happening. So we need to teach people how to drive before we give them the vehicle. Just think about it for a second. Normally, we are giving people the vehicle. That's now we're showing them the product and the company, the compensation plan, and they like it, but they don't know how to drive. They don't understand what network marketing is, and they misinterpret it, they misconceive it, and it leads them to, once they sign up, even with their excitement, they go and talk to their younger brother, and the younger brother tells them, bros, you go to jail, or this is a pyramid scheme, and they quit. Or they go and tell their neighbor somewhere down, and the neighbor says, all these kind of things, I've done it before, it doesn't work. They tell 1, 2, 3 people, they get no's, and then they get rejected and they quit because they don't understand what the business actually is about. So what we are trying to do here is flip that thing on the head and teach people about the business. Let them we are not doing a lecture or a course, just a very short few minutes to show them, explain what network marketing actually is. And when they understand that, then you can now show them the vehicle. If you do this thing correctly, I've realized at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what the product is. Okay, it just makes sense. By the time they now eventually see the product, they're like, are you kidding me? I can actually do this. It's a no-brainer at that point. All right, so you have to start from the desire, from the that's own your life, the opportunity, then show them the vehicle they can use to, make that a reality, which is network marketing. Let them understand it, and then after that, we'll now show them the company presentation or whatever, and then they can get started. Okay, so that's how we are going. So that's the first step, understanding of, and I'll show you practically how you can do this. So don't worry, I've done the research, and we're going to launch this out with a bang. I just want everybody to be on the same page so that nobody misses out, because we're going to be moving. I have firm conviction that our team can bring in 100,000 new downlines this year if we implement what we are trying to say here. Because once you understand this, it's just the power of numbers and how fast you want to go. That's just it. Once we are working with the understanding, the stumbling block has been that many people in the team don't have understanding. They're just hanging in limbo. All right. So the first payment is the first pillar. I say payment. I'm used to a lot now. The first pillar is understanding, and the second pillar is patience. Patience. What we are building is $1 million business, and little wonder people don't understand that part. I'm always saying it, that this business can make you $1 million a year, ongoing, over $1 million a year, ongoing. I know people in Nigeria, in our PLC Ultima team, not far from me, around, some of them, at least I know 2 that live around me, at least 15, 20 minutes from my house, that are making over $1 million a year from this PLC Ultima. All right, but this business is a skyscraper. You are building something that can give so much value. You need to spend time building a solid foundation first. It's in your mindset. And to build a foundation takes time, it takes patience, and it takes understanding. So you can see when you have understanding, you are in a better position to be patient while building your business. What happens to most people is that we paint the glorified picture for them because they don't have understanding of what it takes to build that. After 1 or 2 months, and they are still looking at, well, I never make any million now. The next shiny thing comes up and they're gone. So when you understand that you're building a skyscraper, I'm an architect, so I know what it means to build a foundation. The higher the building you want to build, the deeper and the more robust the foundation has to be. So if you're trying to build $1 million business, then you should make sure that the foundation that you are building is solid. And if you're going to do that properly, you can expect that and I'm just talking for the average person, you've never done this before, you don't have the skills and all that, this is your first time, you can expect to take a few months. A few months to build, not that you don't know what you're doing, or you have understanding, but to build properly, line upon line, precept upon precept, brick by brick. And once the foundation is done, the building will just keep going up. Even if you want to stop it, it will be like pouring fuel on fire. All right. So that is the second part, patience. So when you have understanding of the business, just like what I explained right now at the beginning, did anybody get a light bulb moment from what I shared about understanding network marketing? Let me know in the chats right now. If anybody, you saw something that you've not seen before, let me know in the chat. When I explained the reason why people are stuck in network marketing, just because of that understanding, did anybody just get a light bulb moment? Let me know in the chat, please. Well, I definitely did. When I saw this book for the second, I saw it, I was like, what have I been doing? All right, Brandon is, thank you, Jerry. Brandon is flowing with me. Mr. Shola says yes. Okay, so let's move on. The third pillar is duplication. So I talked about understanding, I talked about patience, and the third thing you need to understand. Etebs, who is Etebs? Please type your full name, let me know. Is this Etienne? Is this Etienne? Daniel Etebom. Oh, okay. All right. Nice one. Good, glad you made it. All right. So the third pillar is duplication. Duplication. This is the crux of the business. If you know how to sell, in fact, this is where salespeople miss it, because they know how to sell and they think it's about selling and recruiting salespeople. But the problem happens is after 3 years of building the business, you are exhausted and now you want to rest. And the moment you rest, all your salespeople rest. So you want something that can go on with or without you, not something you always have to pump, because the idea is to give you residual income and to own your life. Don Fela gave an example. He said in his own team, of the 1 million, he's still alive. Oh, in fact, let me give you guys, if I won't give you guys that gist, I had some, God has just been helping me. I had some kind of access like this, just access. Let me just put it like that, access. All right. So he was saying that of the 1,400,000 people in his team, he said he only does like maybe 12, like three-way calls, three calls a week for building the business, that people call him to, just 3 a week. So in a month, that's 12. And he says because like 70% of his team are in countries that they don't speak English. So even if he wanted to talk to them or they want to talk to him, they can't communicate. But the team is growing like 700 people per day. And it all started with 4 people. He signed up one person in US, one in Germany, one in Poland, like 4, and one in Germany, something like that. 4 different countries, and that's how 24 years ago. So what is he saying? Because he was able to create a system that duplicates, the team can run with or without him. All right. And he actually can own his own life. So now let me explain the difference between sponsoring and recruiting. And it's just a shift in mindset. If you're having a sales mindset, then you want to recruit people to sell. So the more people you have on your sales organization, the more presentations you can do, the more exposures you can do. And if you do more exposures, numbers game, and I've taught this as well, numbers game, some will sign up. And out of those that sign up, some will join the sales team, or what we call builders, and they will build. And this actually works, but it's just that it doesn't work for many people. Are you seeing it? It works for those who have that kind of character and who are able to stay consistent. They are tough people and they can do whatever it takes to make it happen. But network marketing should work for everybody. And it's actually sweeter that way. So the difference between recruiting and sponsoring is that sponsoring Recruiting is getting people to work for you, but sponsoring is getting people in so you can work for them or work with them. That's the difference. And I'll give you an example. When you sign up, when you are a recruitment focused person, your idea is to sign up as many people as possible. As we always say, go wide, right? It's not bad going wide. The problem is when you sign up 100 people in 30 days, you cannot help each one of them to understand the business. So by the time you are signing your 100 person, your number 1 to 50 have already quit. Are you seeing that issue? So you are just signing up. It's like you are pouring water into a leaking bucket. It's true, but we've been building the business this way just by sheer force, sheer exertion. And like, look, some of them will stay, some of them, those who want it bad enough will stay. But there's a better way, as I've seen. Sponsoring means you bring somebody in, the person understands the business, and the person starts building their foundation. It may take them 3 months to get it, 4 months in terms of building the foundation, but they are sponsoring from day one. All right, so it's actually a more easygoing approach. And with technology now, everything that can go fast, but in terms of the pressure, there's nothing like that. People build this thing with understanding, and you build a very strong relationship, very strong network. So what sponsoring is getting somebody in and then you working with them to ensure that they duplicate or that you duplicate yourself in them. What does duplication mean? It means that you have built each line 3 levels deep. So let me explain what 3 levels deep means. Don't worry, just flow with the training. We are going to revisit this matter. We're going to do small sessions to pick some of them. This is ongoing training. You will be doing this training for your team as well after a while, because this is the building block of the business. All right, so this is you at the top in black man like me, and then you sponsor somebody here. All right, so you're going to teach this person how to do what you just did. Now you are going to work. You're not just teaching them and saying, okay, go and do it. You are going to help this person to build 3 levels deep. So what that means is you would teach this person and help them sign up their first person. You will help them sign up their first person, and then you will go and work with this first person. So you will teach this guy how to teach this guy how to sponsor this person. You will teach this guy how to, so you just work 1, 2, this is just one line. So let's even assume that you only signed up 1 person. That 1 person you signed up, you have to help him build 3 levels deep. All right, so what that means is you will tap into his own list. I will talk about list later, not today, but you help him tap into his list. And if you build this way, you will get faster results. So you get his first person, then you and him will help his first person to get his own first. Now you and your guy and this guy will help each other. You help all of them to get this last person. So you are building 3 levels deep. Once you have done that, you have duplicated yourself. Because if you leave this line, if you leave these guys and go and sponsor another person, guess what? You have helped this guy to do 1, 2. You have done it with him multiple times. So this guy already knows what to do. He knows how to teach somebody what to do. Can you see it? So he will keep working because he understands the business. But once you sign up 1 person and you move to the next person, you have not spent any time with your new downline to ensure they understand what they're doing and to even help them to start getting some results. So you must duplicate yourself. That's the business. This is what takes time. This is the foundation. So you duplicate yourself. Once you have done that, you can now move to the next person. And I'll show you the numbers, how the numbers play out. So you don't need 100 downlines once you are building the right way. All right, that's the importance of building 3 levels deep. So if you have gone 3 levels deep, like 1, 2, 3, you have successfully duplicated your sponsor, but you've not duplicated yourself. It's when you help your own personal downline to do 1, 2, 3 deep, that's when you have duplicated yourself. I hope we get that. So we're not just saying go to level 3. We're saying you go down to level 4, you would have successfully duplicated yourself, and then you can go sponsor a new line. All right. So that is duplication. That's what duplication actually means. And when we get to the system, the practical system, how to go about this, you will understand and see how beautiful this is. All right. So we're going to talk about the power of one, and then we have one last pillar to go through. So yes, I was going to give an example of the power of one. So let's just imagine, all right, that with the system I'll show you now, you only bring in 2 people. All right, you bring in 2 people. So this is month 1. Let's just do a little bit of calculation. Make this small. Okay. Oh, this will not work. Okay, let's just leave it. So in the first month, you bring, you know what? Okay, let's just say you bring 2. And we just say everybody bring 1 person. In short, let me just say everybody brings 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. All right, in the second month, you have 4. Now, what are they doing? They are basically asking people who want to own their lives, and they are showing them the system to own their lives. That's what they are doing. So they are bringing them into the system. They're not even selling the product directly. The product is at the back end. But this is what they are doing. You want to own your life. Okay, come, and they show them the system. People understand the system. Oh, okay. All right, let's do this. In the third month, what do you have? You have 8. All right, 4 times 2 is 8. In the fourth month, 8 times 2 is 16. In the fifth month is what? 32. In the okay, let's stop at fifth month. Or in the sixth month, that's 64. Now, this is all well and good. Everybody understands these numbers. I want to show you the power of 1. If everybody just says, you know what, instead of signing 2, and this is the importance of going deep, because once you duplicate 1, 2, 3, 4, you can be rest assured that this team will keep going down. All right. So let me even remove this level 6, because this is where, you are duplicating. So let's even say instead of doing 2, you do 3. That's just +1. So let me say +1 here. So that means 3, everybody brings 3, not 2. Just an extra 1. So 3 times 3 is what? Is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 times 3 is what? 81. And 81 times 3 is what? 243. Is that correct? 81 times 3. Yes. Can you see the difference in the numbers? But the real difference, okay, now let's see the difference. If you add all this together, that's at the end of 5 months, 3 plus 9 plus 27 plus 81 plus 243, that's 363. Can you see that? But this one is 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 plus 32, and that is 62. So guys, the difference between getting 62 and 363, that's actually 301. That's the difference. But what's the real difference is that everybody just brought 1 more. That's the real difference. I hope we are seeing that magic. What if we decided, okay, you know what? Let's not do 1 more. Let's do 2 more. This is where it starts to get exciting. Okay, so this is +2. So instead of doing 3, we said, you know what? Let's do 4. So 4 people bring 4. That's what? 16. 16 bring 4. That's 64. 64 bring 4. That's what? 256. Is that correct? 64 times 4. Yeah. 256 times 4 is what? 1024 times 4 is what? 4096. Can you see the wait? Is this number correct? 4 times 4, 16 times 4, 64 times 4 times 4. Yes, that's correct. So the difference between 4096 and 3, let's even say 3, 4096 minus 363 is 3000. These are people who, but what's the real difference between this and this is that we just decided to bring one more. So that's the power of duplication once you do it right. And we've only done this. We've only done this. So what we're saying is you did this, then you went to another line, did the same thing, went to another line, did the same thing, and you just did it 4 times. In fact, you can decide to sponsor one person every month. That means it will take you 4 months to get your 4. And it can take everybody 4 months to get their 4. Doesn't matter. But once everybody has done that, all right, do you think it's possible for you to get one person in a month? If you can get one person in a month and teach somebody to get one person in a month that understands the business, you can achieve this. This is 4,000. If you are thinking about this in PLC, our business, this is 409,000 euro sales volume. 409,000. If you do this one, 409,000 sales volume. You are already a diamond. You are almost blue diamond. Let's not even talk about the commission you would have collected. You would have at least your rank bonus first. You have collected like 6,000 euros. Just rank bonus. But just building 4 levels deep. All right. Should we build one more? I'm even scared to build this one more now. Let's even say we want to do 5. Oh, 5 is sweetest. I think we'll use 5. Do you think you can bring, in fact, you can bring one person a month and it will take you 5 months to bring 5. But what if you brought the 5 people in 1 month? You did one person a week. Is it possible? Where if you are showing them the system and you're not selling them on the product, not everybody that joins the system will buy the product in the first month. But once they are in the system, they are in. I will tell you one sneaky tactic to use. Well, let's say 5 bring 5, that's 25. 25 bring 5, that's 125. 125 bring 5, that's 625. 625 bring 5, that is 3125. This is where the math is to hang. 15,625. 15,625. 15,625. Can you see that, guys? Minus 4096. So the difference between 5 and 4 is 11,529. And the difference is everybody just bringing one more. How powerful is this, guys? How powerful is this? That's the power of one. The power of one more. But if you are really duplicating, so you focus on building remember what I said something about patience. What if it takes you where is it? What if it takes you 6 months to actually build, to get your 4 core? 4 people that have duplicated. What if it takes you 12 months to get your 4 people that have duplicated? It doesn't mean it's the first 4 people that you get that will do that, but at least to get 4 people that will do it. that would work with you and do that? Is it predictable? Let me get some feedback. Is it predictable that in 12 months you could get 4 people, just 4 people, that you can help to drive 3 levels deep? And is it possible, Dr. Brenda? Joy, is that possible to get 4 people in 12 months that you help to drive 3 levels deep? And what are you driving? You are showing them a way to own their life, and you are helping them understand. You're not using math to say it. I'll show you the tools, the system. That's the next step. Right? It's feasible, yes. And even if it takes you 1.5 years, by the time you've done that, you know that what you are building is solid. You're not pouring water in a leaking basket. Because right now, what most of us are doing is we are throwing mud on the wall and hoping that it sticks. We're throwing everybody into the deal and like hoping, oh, this one, hope you will not quit. Hope this one will take action. No. When you sponsor somebody, you need to go to work for them. If it's a physical meeting, fine. Let the person buy you lunch. You talk to their guest, explain it to them, and then help them get started. And then you do that. And when you finish with one line, 3 levels deep, that line can go because they know how to build. They know how to drive the business. And then you can go sponsor a new person. Right now with technology, you can actually do 5 at once. And if you are more aggressive, you can decide to do 10. But I'm saying even if it's 1, you can do it. Everybody can do something. Okay? So that's the third part of this. That's the third pillar. 1 is understanding. Number 2 is what? Patience. Number 3 is duplication. And number 4 is prospecting. That's the last one we're going to talk about tonight. But before I go ahead, let me know if I have not lost you guys. If I have not lost us. Are we together? Are we enjoying this training? Or did I misroad by introducing this thing to the team? Should I have just kept quiet and gone to do it by myself? Start a new team. I need some feedback, guys. I need some feedback. I need some energy in the room. This room is very one kind. Let me see. This room is very one kind. Mr. Solomon, how do you see what you just learned? Is it making sense? Ogochuku, is it making sense? Who is iPhone? Mrs. Funlola, is this making sense? Dr. Brenda, Christy. I'm on point. That's great. Abdul, is this making sense? Afolabi, Alabi, Oluwanifemi, Michael Edegan. Oh, bros. Is this making sense? Mr. Taiwo, Mr. Ogochuku. Yes. Correct. I'm happy to hear that. All right, let's wrap it up. And the last step is prospecting. Prospecting is just putting everything into action. Prospecting is how we build the business. All right, so you understand the vehicle. You have patience to know that you are building a business. Do you know how much it takes to start a real business? I started a business now. My wife and I were building. It was actually my wife's business. I'm supporting. Well, let's just say we co-own the business. And that business is not profitable yet. Not that it's not making sales, but if you look at the amount of capital you've put into it, you need to rent a workshop. I'm sure most of you know our products. So we make leather. This is python skin. Is this python skin? I don't mess up. Okay, this is python skin. So we do exotic leather products. But to do these things, you need machines. And the cost of the machinery is going into millions, and we still don't have all the machines. So before you have to get a workshop, you have to get labor, materials, the machinery, and then you now start talking about marketing. Before you talk about profit, you are not even thinking about profit in the first few years. All right. But that's a traditional business. And only 1 out of 5 traditional businesses survives the first 5 years. That's just industry statistics. And out of those that survive, only 1 out of every 5 that survives the preceding 5 years. And the ones that survive after the 10 years, it's not as if they are thriving. It's just that they've not died. That's how grim. And I'm not exaggerating. I read that in it's industry statistics. All right. So it's really tough to start a proper business. But in network marketing, anybody can come in and $100. All right. Even in this our business, you can start for free. That's how crazy this our own company is. You can even just join the business and start business and start earning commissions. Not the farm now. The farm is a product. I see we've not even talked about product in this training. Anybody can start a network marketing company anywhere from $0 to $50 to $100. And even if you are paying $100 a month, let's even say you are buying one farm every month as your business overhead, is that too much of a cost for a business that in 12 months' time, you can be earning anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 monthly, non-stop, because you built it the right way? Will $100 a month be a serious problem? So even if you know that I need to spend $100 a month on my business as I started, month 2, I need to spend $100 maybe to buy a product, buy a farm. But I know that in month 12, right, or on my 6th month or my 4th month, I've started earning $200, $300. Doesn't that make sense as a business? I know we have businessmen here. So let's talk about prospecting. How do you get the word out? How do you show people what we are doing? So this is just a rough framework, and I'll give you some scripts. Okay. Basically, you want to have a conversation about what they want, not what you want. Most times we show people, we go to people and we tell them what we want. In fact, what we want for them. You can make 50% per month. You will make 7 figures with. Did they tell you that's what they want to make? So have a conversation with people about what they want. That's why this is a lifestyle approach. Not everybody wants to make $1 million. Some people are okay with an extra. If you really ask a Nigerian, and I ask people this question, and if they're being honest, their answer is always what I'll say now. I ask people, if I'm working with you, realistically, I work with you one-on-one for the next 6 to 12, or let's say for the next 12 months. So 12 months from now, we're having this same conversation. How much in monthly income do you want to be making for this to be worth your while? I usually ask people that question. And if I've done your fast start training, I must have asked you something like this too. How much realistically will make a difference in your life? If you ask somebody honestly, and the person is not trying to be one kind, he will tell you, guy, if I can make extra 200K, just look at your life right now. If I can make extra 200K monthly, my life would, I'm not a millionaire, but like I'll be comfortable. Really, people don't really need that much to make a difference in their life. So somebody may tell you, if I ask people on the chat now, if you guys will be honest, how much really in extra income will make this thing worth your while? If we work for it for 12 months in this team, we're working every week, day in, day out, and in 12 months' time, you are earning an extra 300,000 naira monthly, or let's say $500 monthly. Will this be worth your while? If you ask people that question honestly, not that you're trying to sell them something, let them talk. They will tell you what they want. It may not be money. They may tell you, look, I'm making money, but I don't have time to see my kids. They're all growing up. I spoke with a lady on the team and she said She has her own business, but her son is a teenager now, and she wants to spend more time to raise him. So she wants something flexible that she can do from home so that she doesn't miss out on those critical years of his life and, in terms of raising him the right way she wants. So that's not really money because she has her business. So if she's doing this kind of thing, she's trying to use this, okay, maybe in the next 1 year, 2 years, I can buy back some of my time from those businesses such that I can do this, I can live my life on my own terms, because the business really owns you. You think that you own a business, but you sit down in the shop from morning to night, all right, and you pay everybody else before you pay yourself. And if you are not careful, when you finish paying everybody else, there's no money left for you. So, so if you can make something that can give you extra 500K a month, 1,000 naira a month, all right, can you do that through a job? Can you make an extra 500,000 naira at will through your job? That this in the next 6 months, you can't. I'm not even sure if you will have the job in 6 months. Can you do that through a traditional business? Yes, you can make money, but the more money you make in a traditional business, the less time you have. The more success you create, the less time you have. If you do this business properly, the more success you have in network marketing, the more time you should have yourself, because you are duplicating yourself in 4 people. Let's say you've done your 4 or you've done your 5, then you now start another 5. And maybe that's your prayer for next year. So you now have 10 lines that have been duplicated 3 levels deep. And that is going like wildfire. Now you bought your time back. And you can decide whatever you want to do. And that doesn't affect your team. So that's how to build. So you let them know that to own their life, they need to understand network marketing. Not that they need to do network marketing because they don't understand it. They need to understand network marketing. And there are some tools you can use. There's a book like I showed you at the beginning, the Own Your Life book, and there's also an audio. So what this guy did is that he was using this system, this Don guy, he was using the system. They call it napkin presentation because they'll go to a restaurant and they will get the tissue paper. That's what it's called, napkin. And he will use his hand to illustrate. And just like what I did here, he will illustrate duplication, he will illustrate the numbers game, and all that. So they called it the napkin presentation. There are about 10 of them, different, like the way I did this 4. But the first 4 chapters of the book explain what I just did today. And it can take you less than 30 minutes to read through the first 4 chapters. It's a small book. It's not like a voluminous book. It's like 30 pages for the first 4 chapters of small pages. So you can really give somebody, and the person can read it if they are serious in one sitting, right? Maybe in 20 minutes. Or there's even an audio that they can listen to. Once the person listens to the audio or reads the book, that person already understands network marketing because it would have explained everything for them. Now, when they understand network marketing, the next question they'll be asking is, okay, so what's the vehicle? Like, I want to know more, what's the next step? That's when you now show them the company presentation. So it's a process. Because if they see the presentation and they don't understand network marketing, when they see the referral, they'll say, oh, all these things. They'll start asking you questions like, you hope it will not crash. Because they don't understand. They think it's a pyramid scheme and all that. So let me give you a script that you can use. And don't worry, I will give you all these things. I did not create it, so freely have I received, freely will I give. This is what we think it means to own your life. So right now you can be chatting with somebody, maybe you met the person on Facebook, or you're just chatting with your friend on WhatsApp. And in fact, I will give you, okay, let me just read the script and I'll tell you how to use it. This is what we think it means to own your life. When you subtract out the sleeping time, and this is what they called the 45-second presentation. It takes you 30 seconds to read it, but it takes you 45 seconds to to say it. So if you give this to somebody, the person can read it in 30 seconds. But if you are saying it to somebody, because you can just stand with somebody and recite it, it's 45 seconds. So if you're talking to someone and say, oh, if I showed you a way to own your life, would you be interested in listening to a 1-minute presentation? The person will be like, 1 minute, okay. And then you go. This is what we think, or this is what I think it means to own your life. When you subtract out the sleeping time, the working time, commuting, that's transport, all the things you have to do every day of your life. Most people only have 1 or 2 hours a day to do what they want to do, and then do they have the money to be and they do not have the money to be able to do it. All right, so they have 1 or 2 hours to do what they want to do, and then they don't have the money to be able to do it. We've discovered a way that anybody can learn to own their lives by building a home-based business. And we have a system to do it that is so simple, anybody can do it. It doesn't require selling of any sort. And the best part is it won't take much of your time. You are done with your presentation because you are presenting to him the business, the vehicle. And the next question is to ask the person, so do you want to learn more? But what have you done here? You have punched at the biggest issue people have, is that they don't own their lives. So when you see that first paragraph, people are already thinking, based on what this guy said, I don't actually own my life. It's in their head. So you're telling them we discovered how you can do that, and it doesn't require selling. That's the biggest objection people have. There are 2 biggest objections. One is, I'm not a salesman. But you've told them right at the beginning that it doesn't require selling. And number 2, it won't take much of their time. So time is the second biggest objection. I can't sell and I don't have time. But you've told them out of the gate, it won't take much. And really, you have not taken their time. You only took 45 seconds. And you ask them, so would you like to learn more? What do you think they will say? Sure. In that instance, you will send them the book or the audio. It's a PDF. Let's just say PDF. And I've sent this to some of you on this call. Or the audio, or you send both of them, the audio and the PDF, so the person can listen to the audio while reading through the text. So you send both of them to understand MLM. Now, once they are done with that, you now send them to the company website. So by the time they are seeing the product, it doesn't really matter. Even if it was cream that you were selling, they are already in on the system. They understand that it's not about them selling cream or soap. Right now, it's not really about you selling farms. That's why I always tell you guys, don't sell with, there's a way you can make 50% per month. It's very attractive, but it gets people in with the wrong mindset. It gets the wrong kinds of gambler kind of people in. And then even if people come in, they come in with the wrong mindset. They come in with a cash out mentality, not with a mentality to build. And you can see what's happening in our community. We need to build the ecosystem. We need to go to 10 million users. And we need people that are building something for the future. Can you see how this works? Can you see how it plays out? So this is my last slide. And thank you for staying on for this long. I can see we've held that 21 number quite fervently. So let's do an example. So the customer say, hey, would you mind if I shared something with you, and quickly, so that you can customer on the phone or just send them a text, WhatsApp, Facebook, Messenger. This is somebody on your list. So today we're not talking about how to make your list, but that's very simple. You can do that in 5 minutes. I've done this with some of you physically, personally. I've told you, okay, give me your top 10 list. Who would you call if you were stuck on Third Milan Bridge at 12 midnight? And you could only call one person. Who would that person be? I want to know your top 10. All right. So who's the first person? Who's the second person you will call? Who's the third person? Who are the sharpest business people you know? People who are industrious, open-minded, easy to talk to. Those are the kinds of people you want in your business. You don't want the cynical, skeptical people. You see, we are sorting the people we want to build with. You want super successful people, people that know how to get things done. All right. So you send them a text. Would you mind if I shared something with you and quickly get your thoughts on it? And you can say a business idea. They will say, well, sure. And then you send them what? The intro script, which is this, what it means to own your life. So just copy this, lift it, boom. So these guys, they even have this thing on a card. They printed it on a card. Like, so they even not snap the card, picture and send it. But as you are sending it, you can tell them. So let's say this is Femi. Let's just say Femi. So you say, Femi, have you ever, after sending the script, you send the script and then you now write, Femi, have you ever thought what it would mean to own your life? Please read the above point, which explains what it means, and let me know if you'd like to learn more. What do you think Femi will say? Most likely he will say, tell me more, or sure, why not? Then you ask him, would you rather listen or read? So I ask people, do you prefer text or audio? Person may tell you text, he may tell you audio, he may tell you both. I've had people tell me both, and I send both to them. As I'm sending it to them, so basically you're just guiding the person through. You're guiding. The person you're not taking the person's time, really. When you send them the audio or the text, they say, oh, here's what I promised. After you listen or read, message me and let me know if you want to hear the rest of the story or the rest of the gist. It's very easy, very simple. And so the person will listen to the book and understand what network marketing is and what it is not. The book will also show them how to drive everything I explained today in a more concise way. And, to let them know how to build the business. All right. So by the time they are done, you are sending them to the company website. By the time some of them may even come back and say, because the last part of the book basically talks about the product. Like here, they already know that it's a duplication system. All right. So if we are joining, okay, what are we going to join? Like somebody has said, okay, so where do I sign up? Like, what's this vehicle? What's the structure? Is the next logical step after they've seen the system that you now introduce them to the company website. So company website can be your presentation, it can be my YouTube video. You understand? Just the presentation. Just let's send them the presentation. Let me just call it the presentation. Whichever way you want to send them, it could be a meeting, a one-on-one meeting with them. It could be a seminar, but at least you can send them the video and say, okay, let me know if you want to learn more or not, or whatever you want to say to them. But the idea is you are following these steps. Now, what will happen when they finish the presentation? Now they are watching it with an open mind, because you didn't tell them about the product. It could as well have been cream you were selling, but they understand the business that, okay, a product has to be in the system. That's how we make money when product is being sold, but we don't primarily sell the product. Can you see? So if they have questions, you have your upline on standby. Remember, your sponsor is working for you or working with you. So you are here showing your member, your person on your list, and this person is on standby because you are doing it together. They are helping you to build deep. So if they have questions, you put them on a three-way call. If the timing is not right, because not everybody will be ready to sign up immediately, but because you did it the right way, they will thank you for, when I show people this thing, they usually thank me, even if they say no. But I know that no doesn't mean never. It just means not now. So if the timing is not right, I'll follow up with them later. But you can see that I've already laid a solid foundation that they will be thinking in their mind, okay, I'm going back to work tomorrow. Do I own my life? So if you check back with them 1 month later, no pressure. It may just be the right time, or they may call you. So Don says he has had people call him 10 years later, 1 year later, 6 months later, that thing you talked about that time. He said he even had somebody that he showed the deal, and the person did not see anything until the person retired. He worked for like 30 years. And when he was retiring, was when he now called him, because he was now looking at Omo, there's no pension. And now called another thing. But guess what? The man died 6 months after retirement, which usually happens to a lot of retirees, just because they were not really prepared. So some of them will want the product, so which means it's not everybody that will still build. Some will just come in for the farm and they'll buy the product and they'll be fine. Usually we know if somebody stays with the product for 2-3 months, they will tell somebody. They won't believe that it's true. They will say something. And if they want to build, we duplicate. So we work with them and we help them sponsor, put them on the team. So this is the system in a nutshell. I've tried my best to compress many things into this training, but I wanted to expand our minds to just expose us to this information because I really want us to build the right way. The year is early, it's 2023. We are still in the 90-day blitz, but if you are building, you can build with understanding. All right. Let people understand the business first. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to post this on the group because I only want people who attended this training to have access to the tools. So I have the book, and it's just the first 4 chapters of the book. So it's not the whole book that you need. The first 4 chapters explains everything I talked about today, and it's about 30 pages. Short pages, let me even show you. It's about 30 short pages. So this is the book. You can see it. See how short it is. And this 37 is with the table of content and everything. So each chapter is like maybe five pages, like that, or 4 pages. You see, so it's a small book, and you can actually read this. The audio is there, so I got the audio out. And yeah, so those are the tools. So I think everyone, if you have not sent it to you already, just reach me personally, send me a message that you were on the Zoom and you would like to have the book, and I'll send it to you. And also I'll send you this script. But when you read the book, you understand, because everything I said is also in the book. But let's start working together. If you just sign, like whether you've signed up, whether you are new or you are existing, I assume everybody is starting afresh. I'm starting afresh. All right. So when I say afresh, if I have downlines, people that I'm working with that have already signed up, I'm going to send them this book as required material. They have to read the book, understand what we are doing. They've joined already, but they need to understand. After they understand, then we can work together. Otherwise, we will have wrong expectations of each other. Okay, they will not understand what they are building, and they will frustrate me, or I will frustrate them by constantly. So send this to your guys if you have people on your team, and let them read it and discuss it with you. If they have questions, you also go through it, and then you start building that way. All right. So we're going to end there for today. This is about 90 minutes. Let me see. So please, I believe everyone here has my contact either on Telegram or WhatsApp. So please just send me a personal message. I will send you the book. I will send you the audio. I will send you the script, and maybe some other things to watch. So that's all. Let me know if you had fun today, if you learned something, if this was helpful. If you have any questions about this, let me quickly take that so that we can wrap up the call. Feel free to chat, please. Feel free to chat or unmute. This is a training call, so feel free to unmute. Let me see if you can unmute. Yes, feel free to unmute. Let me take a few comments or questions, and so we can. I really see this changing things for many people in the team who have been a bit dormant and not really moving, because now you know exactly how to build. You know how to drive the business, and you have understanding of what it takes. So any question, please, any question? Any question? Joy Ajuzi. Ah, you're still using Joy Ajuzi. Let bros catch you. You're still using Joy Ajuzi. Joy Festus. Is it Festus or Festus? So who is it first? Oh yeah, Joy, give me your feedback. Unmute your mic. I'm bullying some people. Unmute. Unmute. Because this is practical. I want everybody to be able to build a business. If there's something you don't understand, if you understand conceptually, it's fine. You don't have to get all the details at once. If you understand, okay, it's noisy. You can type your feedback. Let me unmute Dr. Brenda. Dr. Brenda. And then after that, Ene. Dr. Brenda, are you there? I know it's about maybe what? 11:30. Where you are? Dr. Brenda has left us to yonder land. And then please unmute. Let me know your feedback. How was the training? Do you understand what was taught? And do you have questions? Can you see how you can work with this in terms of building the business?
Oh yes, this is like expo you have given us. So I intend to use it. Before you even said you were going to share it, I already screen grabbed it. So this is going to be, in fact, I was like, okay, I need to go back to my list and go and check again. I have my list. I did it alphabetically and all that, but I need to go back and go and say, okay, let me attack this thing again. Because with this thing that I saw Alex posted today about 1 year, I said, it's time to put more fire under the pot.
Yes.
So yeah, this has been very, very helpful. I didn't join at the beginning, so I don't know what I missed, but at least the part where I listened in was very helpful.
It's recorded, so you all can watch the replay. And one thing you can even do, people that you have shown before, if I tell you how I messed up when I just started, there was a day I went back to Facebook and I was checking my I think I just checked, I clicked one of my friends' name and then I saw a message I sent him in 2012 when I was brand new in the industry. I basically did the entire presentation in one in one chat, Facebook Messenger chat. Oh, there's this deal. If you do this, you bring 4, you do that. As in, I was so embarrassed. So if you have already embarrassed yourself, you've shown somebody the wrong way, you can go back to them with an approach called the apology method. It's a strategy. And the idea is when we are building, we can be very authentic with building. If you know that, you know better now, you can go back to somebody because the person is your friend. Really, you did not show them the right way and tell them, hey, I'm sorry. I showed you something the other time, but I really misunderstood I did not communicate properly. Do you have 1 minute? And then you just take them in again. And the person is your friend, they will listen, especially since you said you're not going to take their time. So say if you have 1 minute, do you have 1 minute for me to share this with me? 1 minute is not that you come for seminar. Okay, now then you ask him the question. He says, yeah, do you want to learn more? He says, okay. He doesn't have anything to say now. Okay. You send him the book, 30 minutes. Okay, that's another commitment. You may watch it that day. You may listen to it the next day. If the person doesn't get back to you on time, you can follow up. Or I like to ask people, if I send you the list, when would you be able to watch it? When would you be able to read it? When would you be able to listen to it? Because I want to be able to control my business too. So even though I'm not pressuring them, I ask for a date. He says it's just 30 minutes. You can listen to it while driving. Just for them to have basic understanding and they can move to the next step. So that's how you lead people, and then you're only looking for 4 really people that you can build. When you get one person, then you help that person make their top 10 list, and you can see that we're just looking for 4 people, or even if it's 2, somebody can take 6 months to get their 4 serious people that want to build. It's fine, but you keep building the right way. You see? So again, you can decide to integrate this to what you're doing before. Like I am moving fast. So what I'm telling with you, I'm incorporating it into my speed. All right. But if you are new, you can start where you are and don't put yourself under pressure, but make sure that you understand what we are building and you are working with your sponsor. This is a team sport. Okay. Let me see. Mr. Solomon. Mr. Solomon has not. Okay, I saw your chat. Mr. Solomon, can you give us a remark? I'm looking for the new people now. After Mr. Solomon. Okay, and let me stop the recording. Let me stop the recording.